This is how selling on Etsy works in 4 simple steps. Yes, there's tons of videos out there where you can make thousands of dollars on Etsy. I even showcase this on my personal channel with my personal sales and tutorials and so on. But we never really simplified this and went to the very beginning, which is how to sell on Etsy and how it actually works. So here we are on the Etsy homepage. For the most part, most of your customers are gonna come from right here, which is the search. Search is number 1. There are other ways that customers may come to your product. It could be shared on Facebook, through a friend, maybe through an email. And there are also a handful of sales that come from search engine websites such as Google, Bing, Yahoo, and so on. However, for the most part, we're going to be focused on right here. People come to your product via the search. Now, why is this important to know? Because it leads into the second step, which is having the right product. Customers already know exactly what they want, so they come in here and they type in what they're looking for. So they might be looking for a shirt, a mug, a bridal sweatshirt, and of course it can even get niched down to maybe a Happy Pie Day shirt or a custom bootleg rap t-shirt or a St. Patrick's Day shirt. And the reason why this is important is the fact that you have to have the right product to offer and you have to have the right keywords so that you know how to get a customer to your actual product. So you need to know if the product that you're going to offer actually has some type of demand. So what you could do is use a product like this, which is Everbee, and you can see if the product that you're looking into providing actually has any type of monthly sales, any type of views, and if the keywords that they are using actually has any type of volume, meaning that those keywords are actually being searched by customers. And by you knowing which keywords to use, you know which keywords to include into your listing and your product. That way in step 1, whenever the customer is typing this into the search, they know how to get to step 2, which is your product. You have to really put yourself in the customer's shoes to really understand how selling on Etsy works. So now we know about step 1 and step 2. Now is step 3, which is your actual listing itself. So you got to have a really compelling listing that stands out from your audience and have a nice design, nice aesthetics to your mockup. That way you can beat the competition. This helps you register a few clicks on your listing. That way you can get more ranking. So we're on step 3, which is listing. How compelling does your listing look? This is where we have the opportunity to make the customer convert. We need a conversion. We need a sale. So there's a handful of things that make a listing look nice. And if you're a new seller, you might not be aware of it to begin with, but there's going to be a lot of important factors that help the customer check out. They're going to be looking at different things such as the pricing, maybe the urgency of the actual product, if they're going to be able to get this on time, the shipping times, the additional photos that they have. For example, if they're into a black t-shirt, they want to see what it looks like on there, maybe your most popular colors, what is the print going to look like on those actual colors as well, a color guide. There's going to be a whole lot of things, even down to your shipping and returns policy. So you have to make a really compelling, nice looking listing so that we can actually get a conversion. And the conversion is going to be another boost in helping us get higher rankings so that we can get more sales in the future. Now, it's pretty rare that the next step happens. I'm not necessarily going to include this in our 4-step list. However, sometimes some customers will click on your shop to look for other products to purchase. But most of the time, since they already know what they're coming for, they're just looking for this one particular thing. However, you may have a photo that says buy 2 get 1 free, and they may click on your shop and they might look for some other product or something along those lines. So if you do have something like that set up, then they may come into your store and they might look at other products for sale. Now, this is when it comes important to kind of tidy all of this up so that you can have nice aesthetics to your entire brand. But it's not always the case. Most of the time, our sales are just a few items here and there, unless it's one of our Etsy shops that focus on more than one product, such as a twin niche or a bridal niche, bachelor niche, and so on. These are where we focus on products that have a higher average order value, just because the customer typically orders more than just one product. Now we're on to the next step, which is fulfillment. So if you're a new seller, you might already be able to produce some of these items. And for some of you all who are new and you may be looking for a way to be able to fulfill products without even having to make them, this is where you have a company like Printify. They have hundreds of different products. All you have to do is attach the design that you created to an actual product, and they'll print and ship the products to your customer for you. So you have to remember, in the beginning, we did start off with shirts, but there's hundreds of other products that you can also sell as well. Book bags, phone cases, stickers, and so on. So don't limit yourself to just that single product. And also, for most of you all who are making products, you can still leverage print on demand for other products that you can potentially sell. And the beauty of it is that you can actually take it in-house at a later time after you collect the profits. So you can invest into the equipment that you would like if that is something that you would want to do. However, a lot of times you're not going to have the bandwidth to fulfill it if you take it in-house. So you do got to take that into consideration. But we are in step 4, which is literally the final step, fulfillment. Now, is it really that simple to get started? Yes. Is it really that easy to get a sale? Sometimes. You do have to perfect each one of these steps along the way. And the more that that you practice it, the better that you'll get. The first step, which is search. You have to really understand how to optimize your listing so it is actually searchable by the customer so that the customer gets to your product, which is step 2. Now you have to have the right product to offer. You might have had the right keywords, but if the customer search for a sweatshirt and maybe you use sweatshirt in your listing and you're providing a mug, then you're already not getting a click on your actual listing. So do you have the right product? Not only do you have to have the right product as in the product type, you also have to have the right design. Does your design looks good? Is it something that they're particularly looking for? And then that's whenever it goes into step 3, which is your actual listing. So you have the search right, they get to your product, and then now they're on your listing. Now you have to have a reason for your customer to convert, to purchase your actual product. And from there, it goes on to fulfillment if they actually make the purchase. And now you have to fulfill and make the customer happy. And now you rinse and repeat and making another product in a quality format. But the more you rinse and repeat, the better you have to get at making your products more and more high quality and getting better at each and every single one of these steps. And once you get better at all of these steps, that's when it becomes more easy for you to scale your Etsy shop. Now that is the simple way of how you start and scale. But if you do want to be one of my students who's crossed over 6 and 7 figures, then feel free to click the link down below to book a call so that we can talk about potentially scaling your Etsy shop.